So Atlanta is the number 4 pick next year. Do you have them taking a QB or an offensive weapon?
I am hoping my boy Trey Lance goes number 4 to the Falcons. Very bad for Matt Ryan. Very good for the one-day starting Falcons quarterback, Trey Lance.
Yeah, love that. I had him taking Kyle Pitts at 4. Ryan's still signed through 2023. They could take Penny Sewell. They have a little bit of room on their line, but sounds like they're sticking with Ryan. But I'm with you. I would love for them to sign Trey Lance. That was kind of, for me, the ideal landing spot for him. It would be great for him to learn under Matt Ryan for a couple of years. But I think they're taking Pitts. Cincy, number 5. Do they go offensive lineman or offensive weapon?
Said it already, brother. They got to go offensive weapon to go with Higgins, Boyd, get Kyle Pitts if he's there. If he's not, go Jamar Chase. Man, Burrow, if you look up some highlights, man, Burrow to Chase in 2019 was out of this world. Go offensive weapon.
Ooh, that's a good pull. I had them going offensive lineman just because, like you said, Joe Burrow, that's the commodity that they need to protect. We saw what happened last year. That kid is a stud. And their number 1 priority should be protecting him. If they can get Penny Sewell or Rashawn Slater, whoever they feel like, has the higher stock at that time, then I say they go for it. It's going to depend on what Atlanta does. If Atlanta does take Sewell, then I'm with you. They got to go Pitts. But I think they're going to end up with Sewell. Lions, number 7 overall. Who do you have them taking? You got Jared Goff, who signed through 2023. I think he can be released after this year. Is that right? Do you have them signing a quarterback or going with an offensive weapon?
If Trey Lance is there, they can get their quarterback that they've so badly needed for the last 2 months since Matthew Stafford left. If not, get Goff some help. Obviously, everyone's looking at the Lions trying to replace Galladay, but I think if Lance is there, get Lance to sit behind Jared Goff for the next year or 2. I think that's their best shot.
Nice. I will go the opposite direction. I think that they're going to want someone to replace those weapons that they lost, the Kenny Galladays and the Marvin Joneses. And I think Devonta Smith will most likely be sitting out there at 7. You and I have talked about it. His size is an issue, but his talent is undeniable. He does everything well. Yeah. And there really is no complaint on this kid other than the fact that he is this big.
Well, yeah, I like that. To the Lions, I like that a lot. He's kind of got that Robert Woods, that Goff Robert Woods combo. I think they get that going.
Robert Woods, he's got kind of a Robbie Anderson kind of feel. And yeah, I think he does everything well. Robert Woods is a great comp, just because of his route running. I think he's a better route runner than Robbie Anderson, maybe even Robert Woods. Definitely a better route runner than Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay doesn't really get much separation. He just lives on those kind of 50-50 balls. You throw it up, and most of the time he's going to come down with it. Yeah. But yeah, I love Devonta Smith. We'll see. Crazy hands. Denver sitting at number 9. They already have Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Hamilton, Hamler, Fant. What they also have is Drew Lock at quarterback. Do you think they stick with Drew Lock at quarterback, or do you think they go elsewhere?
If I am the GM of Denver, I am moving up to the number 4 pick to get Trey Lance. I'm a little bit of a Trey Lance fan. Yeah, again, I think there was some comparisons to old school, John Elway with his running ability and ability to launch that ball down the field. So I hope they go ahead and do that. There's 2 teams that are sitting in this league without a quarterback right now that is solidified, or with a potential quarterback in the top 5, and that's the number 8 Panthers and number 9 Broncos. I think one of those teams could potentially move up to get this guy Lance.
Okay. I'm with you. I do like Trey Lance, but they've only seen 18 games of Drew Lock so far. That's barely over a full season. They drafted him second round a couple years ago. I think that they're going to stick with him a little bit longer. They do have some needs on the defense, even though that secondary is one of the scariest in the league. They could use some help at linebacker. I have them taking Micah Parsons with the number 9 pick. Jags, Jets, and Dolphins all they were going to have top 3 picks. Now they have top 6 picks. Are there any of these teams that you have making the playoffs next year? And if so, why?
No, I don't. Dolphins were so close. They won 10 games, even in a year where they were, allowing 8 teams to make the playoffs, right? 8 or 7, something like that. But that division, the Patriots will be back. A bunch of their defenders who opted out returning. They added a ton of studs in free agency. Cam Newton has to be better. Like, that's just like, that was the floor for him. The Bills are the Bills. I mean, where do the Dolphins win games? Maybe a couple games with the Jets. I don't know, but I think they barely missed the playoffs again. I do like the Jags and Jets hopefully improving. That would be good for the league. And like I said earlier, especially the Jags, I think their division's a little bit softer than the Jets and the Dolphins. They're tough, all 3 AFC teams.
Yeah. I would say the Jets are kind of sitting in one of the toughest divisions. They play Buffalo, New England, and the Dolphins. And I have the Dolphins being over the Jets right now. I would say if any of them make it, it would be the Dolphins. The other 2, I just don't see it. The holes on their defense are not going to be completely shored up in this draft. Miami had a defense last year that really shined, and I see that shining again. They had additions of Will Fuller, I think Jamar Chase, give Tua 1 more year of experience and getting first team reps the entire year. And maybe they can make something happen. I don't have a ton of confidence in any of these teams. And I think you make a great point about other teams improving. The frenzy that the kind of the Patriots went through and all of their additions. So you could be right. But as of right now, I'm going to say Dolphins make the playoffs.